Come again? Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film me here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you filming me.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
I don't want you to film me.
Don't get close to me.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here?
Today's video takes us on a car ride around the streets of Chicago, Illinois with our good buddy GoatBoy. Oh, don't let me get carried away. He's not our good buddy. He's just a goater from Kazakhstan. Yeah, now some of this is going to sound familiar because it sounds like he says the same thing on every live stream. I don't know what's up with the boy, but let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy GoatBoy! Before we get started, good people, I do apologize, but I can only provide audio only at this time due to the many copyright strikes that GoatBoy seems to think that hurts me. Yeah, he files these copyright strikes left and right. Now, I don't really care how many copyright strikes he files, but no one sees the video if he files a strike on it. However, please bear with me. I'm going to move all his videos to another platform where he will have no possibility of filing a copyright strike. Oh, you like that, GoatBoy?
Auditor, audit down. The one who encourages you to audit down. So yeah, man, it's very, very amazing thing, the power of the Freedom of Information Act, and how cocky these government employees want to act when all I'm doing is pointing out to them that they're failing to comply with their own law. Think about that. It's like when I'm standing there speaking to them in plain English, they still cannot comprehend what's happening, what's going on. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're eating too much sugar. Maybe they just go, you know, they go blank. They're unable to comprehend what's there before them. But the beautiful thing is, again, it allows these cocky employees later that day to send out emails on how they feel or what they felt. Basically, the employee would say a gentleman came in recording with the 3M COVID mask, yada yada. He was asking this and he was asking that. They further incriminate themselves in these emails. Okay, so like I said, 3 months go down the line, we'll put in one request to babysit their entire 3 years, their entire 3 months, 3 years, whatever it is. There's a few things we're working on here. I still got to get back on drafting up ideas to include all Semitic persons. So when we're talking about anti-Semitism laws, right now the racist anti-Semitism laws in the United States only applies to protect Jewish people, which Jewish people, the real Jews, are Semitic people.
GoatBoy claims to be a Christian, and there's not a racist bone in his body, according to him, but I disagree. Why he doesn't like certain groups of people is very telling, particularly because he comes from a certain region of the world. GoatBoy, you're just a liar, and you belong with your people. Go back where you came from.
Also, people of Aramaic descent, Arabic descent, are Semitic people. However, the American anti-Semitism bill does not include all ethnic people that are Semitic. It only protects Jewish. So this is what we need to correct. This is what we need to push. I'm going to be running it through, you know, a few items here and there, through a few people, and see what we could do. There's other people in out of state that are also maybe interested. An attorney out of state, the Palestinian attorney, told me this is a brilliant idea. This is something we want to push for. We want to rewrite the racist anti-Semitic bill to include not just Jewish people, but Arab people as well in there. So this is another thing that I'm letting you guys know. Other than that, I'm going to be pushing hard, real hard for all police departments in the city of Chicago, which I think there's about 50 of them, for each department to post up prominent display in the lobby their purpose along with operating budget and all other 9 items required to be displayed. I'm going to push hard for every police station to put these items up when you walk in their lobby. I'm going to be pushing hard for all city of Chicago departments to prominently display their records. as well as Cook County, which already out of Cook County, I got 3 departments to comply. One of the departments I got them to comply is the Cook County Sheriff Department. If you walk up to the Sheriff Department in Cook County, one of the most corrupt counties in the world, I got them to display on a glass their purpose, their amount of budget, their organizational chart, and everything else. That's up there because I brought it to their attention. If I got Cook County Sheriff to do that, I'm going to have each and every single department to do that. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of these employees to act belligerent, unethical, and wicked in front of the camera so they could ruin their career, right? But my intention is not for them to ruin their career. My intention of them is for them to honor their commitment as a public servant working for the city of Chicago.
Here's a picture of Shady Shade Ghanayim. Yeah, he's having a good time at the club, smoking some hookah with some goat dung mixed in. Yeah, I heard that's some good stuff, boy.
So the first line that they sign says, remember that I am a public servant to respect state and United States laws and ethical procedures. There's 30,000 City of Chicago employees. 13,000 of them is city Chicago police officers. The rest are different, all variety scattered departments, water department, transportation. Each one of these 30,000 employees sign the same commitment form, recognizing that they are a public servant and many other things in there. So we're going to push hard to get all 35 departments of the city of Chicago to prominently display their records, whether they want to be cocky or not. Okay, that's the people's business. My camera is going to be pointed at them. Same goes with Cook County. Cook County, if you're listening to this live right now, best thing for you to do is get your commissioners and administrators to put these things up, because once I walk through the door, I'm going to claim you folks are concealing public records, which is a felony. I'm going to make a show with the Inspector General. I'm going to make a show with the Attorney General's office. I'm going to make show per department. I'm going to make a show. Okay? And it's going to be showing all online. There's already, I could count about 15 to 20 agencies that prominently displayed their purpose right in front of my face before I even left the city hall. Well, I'm going to go do a revisit with that additional coward as well who threatened violence. As a matter of fact, that's a great coward, because just about 7 days ago is when I received this commitment form. As a matter of fact, about 7 days ago is when I received a personnel file of an employee that works for the Chicago department. And within that personnel file, there's a single page that says the commitment of the employee, and that's where there's 11 points on there swearing that they will act forthcoming and forthwith, and a bunch of other items on there, right?
Notice how GoatBoy says, I don't want to ruin anyone's career. Man, that's all you live for. And look at him, got the cross around his neck. You're such a phony. You're a fake. You're a hypocrite, man.
So with that being said, that reminds me that that straight coward, Mir, that works for that Department of Family Services, actually sworn on that too. You know what? As a matter of fact, hey, thank you for reminding me of that, bro. I might have to pick that story back up and further follow up and see if he's still in office or not. But with that being said, we're not going to let anything go. My binders are now more organized. I have all the agencies that I visited, which about 500 agencies. All of those agencies I have in a total of 10 large binders. Each binder is about 7 inches on the spine side. So we're talking I have 10 binders filled by alphabetical order. Addison, Illinois City Hall all the way to Zion, Illinois. Everything's organized. In one of my binders, I have the city halls from the letter A to the letter B, right? Addison, Illinois, so-and-so, Illinois, Berkeley, Illinois. So, you know, and then in binder 2, I go from C to D. In binder 3, I go from F to H, whatever it is, and so on and so forth. We're fully organized now, and we're going to be backtracking, and we're going to be I say this many times, but there's going to come a time to it. I'm going to be spamming my channel forthwith with information that needs to be discussed. Yep. We're going to hold these agencies accountable. And like I said, I'm going to be pushing hard, extra hard, to have all departments in the city of Chicago comply with FOIA Section 4, display their shit. I'm going to push hard with Cook County, Illinois as well. We're going to be pushing very hard with these people. Other than that, man, I'm also thinking about, this is something that I have to do, is that I have to create, not necessarily a magazine, something similar to like a, you know, magazine slash newspaper type of deal, right?
Oh, bloody hell. It's bad enough GoatBoy's got binder number 1, number 2, and number 3. Now he wants to publish a newsletter? Are you out of your freaking mind, GoatBoy? Stick to what you do best. What does GoatBoy do best, you may ask? Well, he doesn't really do anything well, but he loves his goats.
It may just even be a .com website. But the purpose of the magazine or newspaper that I'm speaking of is to actually have, what I gotta have on there is each and every time I have an encounter, whether it be a forthcoming encounter with a government official, an honorable government official, or whether that be a belligerent or non-compliant employee, what I have to do is I have to create this newspaper or website, like I said, .com, where it's going to have a picture of the individual employee. It's going to have their title on there. It's going to have the agency that they work for. And it's going to have a brief summary of what took place. Oh, this employee was very honorable. Sure, they did not have these items available, but they made them available immediately as required by law, and therefore this employee handled themselves according to their actual job description in a forthcoming manner, right? That's going to be on our website or newspaper. Now we're going to have the ugly as well. We're going to have, for example, this employee that you see on the screen here. We're going to say his name is John Doe. He worked for the City Hall of John's Doe. His title is a supervisor. His role and his rules say that he is to do this and do that. However, on April 1st, he decided to do this and do that and go against his job description. Basically, it's not just videos. This purpose is not just for it to put out videos of these encounters. We, you know, of these shady characters, for example. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep that tracked and logged. On March 1st, on July 1st, we went into the City Hall of such and such. We were approached in a condescending manner by an employee who failed to identify himself. Later, we found out that this employee's name is John Doe, this and that. Now, if we further read what he signed for and says that he's to respect and he's to do this and do that, why is he going against his duty?
Well, now that's a good question, Sonny Boy, and I'd be happy to answer it for you. The clerk's acting that way because he's never seen a blockhead asking for a block diagram before. Yeah, pretty simple, isn't it? You're a simpleton. You should understand that.
And now with this being in writing, once we have this in writing, now when we have our complaint logged on for the world to see, where now we could push this handwritten complaint over to the higher ups to say, hey, look, this is a full synopsis. This is what took place. Now we believe this employee, based on his job description, based on the laws written clear, this employee is clearly intentionally or recklessly failing to perform a mandatory duty required by law. It's going to be an amazing thing. The newspaper or magazine that I'm going to be releasing is going to be dedicated for this purpose only. It's going to house two things in there: compliant employee versus non-compliant employees, basically. Okay, it's going to be a wonderful thing. It's going to be an amazing thing. Right now, yesterday, I just completed track log up to date of all the places that I've been to. I put it on an XLS sheet. I was out of date until 2024. I have every single city hall, the name on an XLS spreadsheet. 500 agencies. It has the name of the city hall that I visited. It has the title of what I put on my thumbnail. It has a link of the video. It has the date when I published the video. And it is all categorized by years, right? So with that being said, what we're going to include on this XLS spreadsheet as well in due time is the names of the employees we encountered, whether this agency was compliant or not. This is going to give us the ability to backtrack further and further carry on with our magazine or newspaper idea. Sam R is saying, will you put yourself up on the site for your misconduct on that night of the protest where you exchanged slurs with a guy nearly and got into a fight?
Notice how GoatBoy's charging his subscribers. They don't even know how stupid they are. Yeah, $24.99 for the Auditor Shield. I wonder how much he's going to charge for this newsletter. Yeah, that's a good idea, GoatBoy. You're not as stupid as you look. No, you're more stupid than you look.
Sam R, I don't know what you're referring to about a fight with exchange words. I don't know what you're referring to. If you could further elaborate on that. And just to clarify, this magazine has nothing to do with my misdeeds. My misdeeds are between me and God. The magazine is not made for a private person such as myself to showcase my misdeeds. The nature of the magazine or the newspaper is to showcase the misdeeds of the people we hold to trust and account. You imbecile. Right? If these government employees are to be held accountable and spoken about fully and freely, they're the ones who should be on the front line, showing us if they're compliant or belligerent, showing us if they're fit to hold office, to take care, be a custodian, a trustee of our public trust. Right? I could say all the cuss words I desire. Right? Why? Because I'm a free private citizen. That's between me and God. I'm not bound to a job description that the government is bound to. So that's like a no-brainer, Sam R. Until you clarify what you were referring to at that protest. So he says, it was near a park where from the back, the guy, very unbecoming of a man trying to set a good example, holding others accountable. Well, again, you still have not clarified. It's about integrity, right? It is about integrity. And every single encounter that I handled myself with the government, I've been showing more integrity than the government employee. How many government agencies did I de-escalate the situation when the employees were acting like belligerent children? I held my bargain up with showing off my integrity. However, I don't have to show no integrity.
That's right, Shady Shade. You don't have to show any integrity because you don't have any integrity. Let's see, 3 words that best describe GoatBoy. Stupid, stupider, stupidest. Yeah, there you go.
I don't have to have integrity, even though I do, because that's how I was raised. I never cursed out a government employee ever. Never. There's 500 videos. You will never see me even calling an employee silly, which I did once after they called me silly, and I said, no, you folks are silly. So you're going to be offbeat, Sam R, and if you continue to be offbeat, it's easier for me just to block you. Well, he says, well, you deleted it because it shows us who you really are. Well, here's who I really am. Here's where I really am. I'm going to put you on a block, you peon, because I gave you an opportunity to tell me what you believe you've seen, which you were unable to do. And I know what you were talking about. There was a racist Zionist who probably considers himself a cracker, right? That came up to me drunk. I smelt it on his breath, and he wanted to start a fight with me. He walked up to me, disrespecting me. So if that's what the story you're talking about, Sam R., I'm going to tell you to go ahead and kiss his and never come back on my channel, you dumb peon. I don't go out of my way starting shit with people. Okay? And it shows over 500 videos. It's clear as daylight. You might be manipulated from an additional, there's an alleged rapist out there, right? That confuses you folks. But if you want to be confused, go ahead and be confused. That has nothing to do with me. Yes, this is a live stream. What do you have to say about that? This is a live stream here. So with that being said, guys, to get back on topic here, I will be releasing a newspaper and or magazine. So with that being said, guys, again,
did you notice how GoatBoy got his little dig in there about Dr. Dave with the alleged R word? Yeah, GoatBoy, I didn't miss that. I don't miss anything. That's why I'm kicking your ass, boy.
you are so mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm just talking facts here. If there's peons that want to get peed on, this is not the place for them to be on. With that being said, I think we're going to call it a day here. Hey, yeah, hey, come on, bro. Do it, Trump. There's no excuses, bro. Do it, Trump. You sent me an email giving me details for a gift card, and you wanted me to use, you gave me permission to use your gift card. Even if you gave me a permission to use your gift card, I'm still not going to use your gift card. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you are, bro. You could be one of them fraudulent naysayers that says, hey, yeah, here's my gift card. Please use my gift card. So when I go ahead and use your gift card with your permission, you can go and snitch and say it was unauthorized use. Nah, bro, I don't know who you are. You know, but if you're really serious about it, it should be a no-brainer for you to locate the membership portion on my channel and sign up. It's a no-brainer, bro. It's much harder for you to send me your gift card credential and tell me to go and use your card. Right, you hear that, Rain April, what he's trying to do? He sent me his credit card information, a gift card, and he told me to use it. Fuck no. But like I said, bro, it's so easy for you to locate the join tab.
Yeah, be sure to send GoatBoy that $25 because he's a loser and he's been sleeping above his daddy's car repair garage ever since they lost that home. Oh, they came to America and bought that home for their children, and now they lost it. Oh, GoatBoy, you're not a twinkle in your daddy's eye anymore, boy.
So do it, Trump. Bro, if you go on my channel, what I suspect is you may be a troll that sent me your gift card, credit card information, so I could try to use that and to help you out. But then you'll turn around and you'll call that agency and say, hey, this person used my credit card information unauthorized. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who you are, but if you're really interested, I'm going to show you now how to navigate on my channel so you yourself could purchase a month's worth subscription of Audit Shield. Alright, so look, check it out. Donald Trump, here's what you do, bro. You go on my channel. Obviously, this is my channel, Audit Dem. You scroll here. If you're on a mobile, you scroll to the side here, my boy. You click on memberships. Once you see membership, you're going to see Auditor Shield, okay? On your segment, it's going to show you Auditor Shield. You join Auditor Shield. That's all you have to do. Now, if you're on a desktop, it might look different. But that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's clear as 1:03 p.m. daylight. So with that being said, it's very easy. Thank you guys all for tuning in here. I just want to show you guys real quick, or we'll discuss that at a later time. Anyways, guys, yeah, be on the lookout. Great conversation here. I got off my chest that I'm giving you guys an update. The one who encourages you to audit them. Plenty love. Thank you, Artie. I appreciate that, man.
There you have it, good people. Another mindless conversation with Shady Shade Ganayam, a.k.a. GoatBoy, a.k.a. Binder Boy, a.k.a. Clipboard Boy. He sure do have a lot of aliases, boy. Yeah, well, that's what you gotta do when you're a goater from Kazakhstan. Isn't that right, sweetheart? But not to worry. If you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe, because the world is filled with stupid people, and they all migrate here to the YouTube platform to showcase their hidden talents, whatever the hell those might be. And Dr. Day is more than happy to edit those videos and bring them to you so you can have a laugh for the day. No doubt about that. Please check out my other channels, including Dr. Dave, Debunker of Frauditors and Subsets. Oh, there's plenty of stupid people over there to point and laugh at. And if you need more stupidity, there's my main channel, which has over 6,000 video uploads for your viewing pleasures all day and night. These frauditors just need to find a damn job, but they're too stupid because they have no education or job skills. That's why they're frauditors. Cheers to that, sweetheart.
An ordinances book. Yep, that's correct. Come again. Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film in here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want
You can't film it.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
You can't,
I don't
you
want you to
have
film.
Don't get
permission,
close to
and
me.
that's all.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here?
I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now.
This is transparency. I'm conducting an audit.
While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book.
I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir.
Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town?
Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an
Please,
inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay. Okay, can you comply with my request? Where's your water department? Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route. Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to see that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you with?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean?
I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me.
I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you.
I'll be waiting for the book, sir.
Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir,
This is
we're
going to
not-
become a legal matter. Please comply.
Pass. I got a pass.
Along with an inspection on the zoning and ordinances book.
I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it.
Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. There may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance.
What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad
don't know
attitude.
who-
In order to do an inspection on a book readily available.
Hi, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to
I
do.
don't have, if you want to have a seat, I'll ask.
Sure, that's fine.
Ma'am, I have permission to film.
I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man.
Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks.
Where does it state that?
Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly.
I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment.
And I also have permission here with me.
Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service. Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record. Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated. Come again? Very rude. I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude. Well, anyhow,
No one really cares.
no one really cares. An inspection, if I wanted to take digital
No, you
photocopies,
cannot.
absolutely I
No,
can,
you
ma'am.
cannot.
Please comply with the law. Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record it.
Okay. Well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken the law. Here's what I will tell you. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You could just call me sir. I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife? Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful, what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood. Just like you do with all these auditors, you draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm going to have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's going to be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. And we're going to prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court.